Wonderbirds are supported by dogfriendly.co.uk, improving the lives of dogs and their owners. Hi, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, darling.
Hi, everyone. What news? What news?
Well, I've got to tell you, I'm really worried about my secret garden, darling. Well,
what are you talking about, Dee? What is a secret garden?
I call it my secret garden because it is actually my garden, and my grandchildren always call it my secret garden. But it's so overgrown, darling, because my gardener, I think the little guy who comes down and mows the lawn for me, has retired, and I can't operate the machinery, you know? So it's really hard.
Darling.
Yes, darling.
Darling, Dee, are we actually really talking about your garden, or is it something else?
Yes, darling.
Stop it.
No, it is my garden, darling. But, you know, it's grown so much, and there are all sorts of flowers and wildflowers coming up. I'm almost, you know, feeling I should leave it because
leave
really
it.
good.
Leave
it's good for the
leave it.
Yes, and the bees apparently. It's really good for bees.
Yeah. It'd be like a meadow, darling.
Don't cut anything. Just let them grow.
Yes. Okay.
Fine.
Shall I, Sherry?
Yeah. Like the other things in our life, darling. Let it grow free.
And go and get a little buddleia.
Oh, a buddleia.
Yeah, to add.
All right, I will.
Yeah, and then you will have hundreds of butterflies.
Oh,
how lovely.
I'll get that.
Thank you, Gardener's World. Thank you, Gardener's World.
Tomorrow.
Do we have a guest? Do we have a guest today, Gardener's World? Can I ask?
Yes.
Do we have a guest here?
This person is, I think, probably one of my favourite people in the whole world. I nearly married him, not in real life, and we had some very silly scenes together in Benidorm because he was one of my loves in Benidorm, but he's one of my loves in real life. Of course, it's the truly wonderful Matthew Kelly. There you are.
Hello, love. Oh.
Welcome to our crazy night.
Hi, darling.
Oh, my girls. Oh, darling, you look fantastic, Sherry.
Oh, I try. Love. How are you? Should I say Squirrel Bidcock?
Oh, one of my favourite parts.
That's too much information. Far too much information for a Friday afternoon.
It was Benidorm, and I always tell everybody about the scene on the beach.
Oh, that was shocking behaviour.
What happened? What happened?
What that woman could do with a cornet is nobody's business. Oh dear.
Well, you'd become a tramp by then, hadn't you?
I was a tramp by then, but my favourite thing about playing that part was just doing scenes with you because you made me laugh so much. There's just an expression on your face that you do, and it kills me every time. And I had some long speeches, and they were really hard to do and keep a straight face with you around, Mrs.
I think it might have been the kind of... it's one of those gurning ones, isn't it?
No, I loved it. And I love being
had the best time. Listen, tell me, have you had the best time ever in lockdown?
Well, I'm ashamed to say I have. I've really enjoyed it, living my best life. I think it's because I'm on the road all the time. Yeah. I've been on the road since I started. 54 years now I've been on the road. So a year off when I turned vulnerable last year. I know you can't believe it, can you?
No.
It was the big 7-0 last year. So I had the best excuse ever just to stop, sit on my sofa and do Netflix end to end. But I have to say, and I never thought I'd ever say this, I missed going to the gym.
What?
I don't know what that is. What's that?
How are you?
Isn't that? I know me. Going to the gym. I know. I have a trainer twice a week. Well, because I think we owe it to ourselves to be healthy now. I mean, Have you looked at the backlog? I need another hip again. So
no.
Yeah, I do. I've got one. Well, I've got 3 hips actually. I've got 2 in my body and 1 in the bin. And now, I need a 4th one and have 2 in the bin. Yeah. So we owe it to ourselves to, just to keep the NHS safe apart from ourselves, because we're not going to get seen to, aside from
no, not going to get seen to in every way possible.
No, we do need a good scene to, don't
we? We do, darling. We've said it before.
Settle down.
I am so unfamiliar with the gym that I call it James.
Well, but look at you. You don't even need it.
Oh, I do. It's only the top half you can see. The bottom half is falling across the floor.
I know. We're all sitting here in our pants, aren't we?
Yeah.
So Matthew, when you started going for a laugh, you went from being a straight serious actor to a serious become presenter. How did that happen?
Well, the simple answer is this, right? I was doing a sitcom called Holding the Fort with Peter Davison and Patricia Hodge, and I got asked to do Punchlines, which was this people in boxes, and they wanted me to go on as a celebrity, and I was living in the cellar of one of the Wonderbirds at the time, and Liz Estenson. So I said, Liz, they think I'm a celebrity and I'm not. She said, well, they think you are, so go along, don't be humble and take the money. So I did. And when I went there were people like Michael Barrymore, Carol Todd, Karen Kay, all those people. And the producer, Alan Boyd, came to me and he said, if I asked you to jump out of an aeroplane, would you? And I said, yes, because you'll do anything to get a job.
Yeah.
and I did, broke my leg, got famous, and became a presenter. And
amazing. I didn't know you broke your leg.
Oh, yeah, parachuting.
I know. Was that for Game for a Laugh? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it was we'd done 3 months filming. We were about to go into the studio for 3 months, and I'd done a parachute jump for the show, and they said, you won't go back, will you? And I went, no. Well, I did. And I broke my leg, and I shouldn't have been there, and I wasn't insured. And I thought, my big break, I'm going to get sacked and sued. And in fact, they made it a big publicity thing, and it became a thing. So I stayed in Game for a Laugh for 3 years, and then the presenting kept going after that. But I kept going in theatre, and when you go in theatre, of course, nobody sees you. Yeah. So you could do two plays a year, and you get seen by a couple of thousand tops in a week. Whereas on a Saturday night, doing a TV like that, when there were only three channels then, we got seen by up to 20 million people.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
Different world. A different world. But I have to say how sensational and absolutely fabulous you were in musical theatre, darling. I last saw you. I mean, I've seen so much that you've done, but also I came to see you in Big, the musical at the Dominion.
Yeah. Well, that happened after my hip operation. And talk about saying anything to get a job. The producer rang me and he said, how's your hip? I said, it's absolutely fine. He said, how's your dancing? I said, marvellous. I couldn't walk. So I had to get myself together to do the big dance. Do you remember in Big? There's a giant piano. And
also there's a revolve. There was a huge revolve on the stage.
There were three revolves.
Yeah.
That went in different directions. And there was the giant piano on the front of the stage that went from end to end of the proscenium arch of the Dominion Theatre. And I had to learn chopsticks. It took me 5 weeks to learn chopsticks. This is why I'll never do Strictly Come Dancing.
Will you not?
Yes.
But anyway, so I did it and it was all right. I was fine. And then while I was doing it, I got a hernia because all my tires fell out. There's always something, isn't there? I know.
It's always something.
I think you're just, what you're doing there, darling, is multitasking. You're herniering.
I know. I thought, while we're there, we'll get the whole lot sorted.
You actually turned down Strictly, didn't you?
I was asked to do the Christmas one once, and I did say yes. But I couldn't do it in the end. And I don't think I've really been asked to do that. But it is a reality show, and I won't do reality shows.
No,
right.
That's quite right, darling.
Well, because I'm here to sell my work, not my life.
Yeah.
Not your body, darling. Not your body.
Exactly.
And my body. It is.
And darling, can I just ask you,
Yes,
darling, you have done so many amazing things, but is there anything that you have on your wish list you'd like to do now that we're coming out of lockdown?
That's a very good point. I'm actually about to go out on tour with Julie and Clary.
Oh, wow.
In a play called The Dresser. Do you know it? It's
yes.
I did it in town 2 years ago. It's the most brilliant show.
Who did you do it with? Reece Shearsmith and
Reece and Ken Stott, and I was her ladyship. Yeah. And and Selena Cadell. Yeah.
Oh wow!
But you'll be so brilliant. That's the most brilliant cast.
So brilliant,
guys.
Well,
can we come and see you?
I tell you what, Julie and Clary is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah,
he's done very little acting, so he's a little bit nervous. But
he'll be brilliant.
You met him. He's the dearest man.
Yeah, I have.
Very shy. And what he doesn't realise is that he is the dresser.
Yes.
Yes.
But it's a wonderful play. I mean, I would have loved to have seen Reece Shearsmith. I did comedians with him. And Ken Stott, I think, is a fantastic actor.
Amazing.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
The play is done on and off. I mean, ours is going on tour, and it's coming. It'll be in Richmond. You go.
Come and see you.
Can we come and see you?
Yes.
Yeah.
You all come and play.
Yes.
Because, Julian and I have been working on it for the last couple of months, and we know it. This is the first time I will ever go into rehearsals knowing a play.
Wow.
I know.
That is so exciting.
You kind of have to, though, don't you? You have to now, because the brain is like mushy, and you have to go.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. And the brain has been going probably since my 30s. But then that's the drink, really.
But actually, Matthew, I've got to say, talking of age, I was so impressed that you said you actually enjoy each year getting a little bit more mature. And I think that is so fabulous when everyone lies about their age, including me, I have to say.
Do you lie about your age?
Yeah, sometimes.
Right. Oh, no, I add years to it, then people feel sorry for you as well.
Good point.
Isn't he marvellous? I just add 10 years to go, you look marvellous, don't you? Because, you know those old people who come up to you and they go, how old do you think I am? And they look like 98, near to death.
And they're 45.
And you go, oh, well, you look marvellous, actually. So anyway, there is a part I want to play. I will have to play Lear. And it's only on my wish list not because I want to do it, it's because I have to do it. And I know I've got to do it before I totter off, really. But it's very hard. It's a hard part. And I can't see myself playing anything until I get the job. And when I get the job, they obviously think I can do it. So we might as well have a go, really. I bet, Harriet, I bet you were marvellous as her ladyship. I would have loved to have seen that. Especially in that
I went to see you in Brighton, Harriet.
Brighton.
You did.
We're doing Brighton. We're doing Bath, Cheltenham, Brighton, Norwich, Cambridge, Plymouth.
The rounds, dear.
Oh yeah, we'll be there.
The number ones.
When do you start? When do you start?
We start in September. It goes on the road in September. We start rehearsing in August proper, and it's being directed by Terry Johnson.
Oh, amazing!
Fabulous.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah. What are you doing, Sherry? What's coming up?
Well, I can't say what I'm doing on this.
We're going in the West End.
Kind of language.
We are.
Sherry, we're going in the West End.
No, we are. We are going to the West End on the 28th of June with Wonderbirds.
No.
Yeah.
Live show, dear. A live show. Can you imagine the chaos that it is already? Imagine.
That's fantastic. Which theatre are you going in?
Yeah, there'll be a ticket there for you, darling. There's 2 tickets on the box office for you. 28th of June.
Well, 28th of June. I'm putting it down in my booth.
In the Duchess Theatre. There'll be 2 tickets in the box office for you.
Oh,
thank you.
Know, the last time I played the Duchess Theatre was in a 2-hander about some sign makers. It was an absolute disaster. I can't tell you how awful it was. Oh. On the press night, there was a seat right at the end of Act 1 where I had to stand on this 60-foot high building, which was at the front of the stage, and it looked like I was about to jump. And I looked out into the audience. It was only half full on the press night, and all you could see were miserable-looking critics with their notebooks. And I thought, well, I might as well jump, actually. No point in this. Oh, God, it was terrible. And then I went straight into, Lend Me a Tenner, the musical.
All right.
I loved that show, and that was a disaster as well. Honestly, 2 West End shows on the trot, bombed.
All right, tell me one stage show that you love beyond anything else.
All right, The Habit of Art. It's an Alan Bennett play, which I should be doing now, but with David Yelland. We did tour it before, and then last year we were going to do another tour and then go to New York. And then it got postponed again to this spring to go to New York again, and got cancelled altogether. So that's the end of it. And it's a wonderful play. And I had to play W.H. Auden. And it was, I love Alan Bennett's writing. He's so brilliant.
Brilliant.
Isn't he, though?
Yeah, fabulous.
Harriet, what was that play we went to see at the park where you were there and your son was there? I remember. And we were. That's right. It was a press night. What was it?
Yeah. I can't remember which one it was, darling.
You see, that was another one. And it did Pride and Prejudice in the park.
I saw you in the park.
Oh, do you remember that?
There. I came with Jake. I came with Jake. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, lovely, Jake.
That was a fabulous night. You enjoyed that, though, didn't you? You enjoyed Pride. Yeah.
And Felicity Montague played Mrs. Bennet.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, she was brilliant. Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
We did.
I loved the park.
Now, that was the thing. Now, here's a topic. In that play, Mr. and Mrs. Bennet have 5 daughters. And in that show, I don't know if you remember, Sherry, but 3 of my daughters were black.
I do remember.
And it was an interesting thing because when we went on tour, audiences completely accepted it.
I think Hamilton's done a lot to change everything, actually. Because, well, my daughter came out of Hamilton, all that money I spent on her education, and said, I didn't know that Hamilton was black. And I went, no, he wasn't.
Hooray!
You haven't got it, have you, Kira? And then she went, because there were so many different nationalities. But I think she just thought, oh my God, there he was, one of the founders of America, and there he was, and he wasn't, of course. But
how wonderful! Well, tell her we're all very proud of her, darling. that money was well spent.
Thank you.
I think it's so wonderful that we're able to absolutely appropriately have blind casting, and as you said, is completely acceptable. And thank God for that. Thank God everything's changed. What else are you doing, darling? So you're doing this tour, and then what?
Oh, well, at the minute, I've got a play that's streaming for original. Oh. Well, it's a thing called Barnes People. Do you remember a playwright called Peter Barnes?
Yeah.
Yes.
He wrote a series of monologues, and there are 4 of them that are going out under the title of Barnes People. One of them's with Adrian Scarborough. Gemma Redgrave is doing one, and John Colshaw is doing one, and I do one. And I read the script. It's going out till the end of July. You have to look on www.originaltheatreonline.co.uk, right? I play this man, and I look after a cemetery. And so I sit on this bench and talk to one of the dead people in the grave. about how the cemetery is going to be cemented over and built on. And when I read the script, I said, "Ooh, this is just what you want in the middle of a pandemic. Let's have a go at that." But actually, it's very witty, and it's very profound, and it's very charming, and it's very funny, and I love good writing. Hey, Peter Barnes, did you know this? Peter Barnes, I think he remarried at 69 and had a child, and at 72 he had triplets. And I know, imagine, and at 74.
No.
Exhausting. You see, that's the thing with you blokes. You can go on being fertilising for ages. Fertilising.
Fertile.
Well, think yourself lucky that it stops. I mean, can you imagine
Exactly.
having triplets now?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I feel like
I'm
I
exhausted.
I gave birth to the Wonderbirds, Matthew. I feel I have just given birth to triplets last year. That's what it feels like.
How long have you girls been doing this?
For just
over a year.
Oh, yeah, and Matthew, we had John Culshaw on a few weeks ago, and he was talking about his play as well that he's been doing. The one about the ventriloquist.
That's right, yeah. And you know what? Here's a funny thing, right? We went to the Theatre Royal Windsor to film them, and I've been absolutely fine. And when we got to do it, because we were filmed separately, so there was only me on stage, the director, who's Philip Franks, and the cameraman, and the stage manager. And I hadn't realised how much I'd missed the theatre. To be in a theatre, even though it was one day, everybody else was in a mask and there was no audience, I absolutely loved being there. There's something about the theatre where I feel completely at home, even though going on stage terrifies the life out of me. Yeah. Honestly, I wake up every morning and I think, oh God, please don't make me do this. Please don't make me do this. and
I feel the same.
Do you know what I mean, Sherry?
Yeah,
I mean, stand on the side of the stage, going, oh, this is just awful. I shouldn't have done this. And then you step on stage and I feel completely at home.
Yeah,
and I know where I am and I know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's a weird thing. And then you get to the end of the night and you think, that's marvellous. We should do it again immediately. And then the next day, you go, oh God, no, not again.
Not again. I always used to think, you know, when Beginners is called and you go and you stand on the side of the stage, in my head always came this thought, you can just walk out of here right now. You don't have to walk on that stage. You can just walk out of here right now. But you don't, do you?
No, well, I tell you what, to me, it's a bit like when you go on one of those massive roller coasters and you're about to step on and you think, I really shouldn't be doing this ride. And when you get on, it is the ride of your life. Yeah. And then you come off at the end, thrilled and exhilarated. And
then you get to the end of the ride and you throw up.
Yeah,
and you come up and you go, oh.
That's after you've been to the pub, darling. That's after you've been to the pub, sweetheart. I think that moment of going on stage is the most beautiful, and looking out into all those new auditoriums, if you're touring or whatever, is such a fantastic feeling.
So
it is a great feeling. I discovered something amazing on the tour of The Habit of Art. I stopped drinking. And, oh dear, it was disappointingly good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, how did you do it?
With great difficulty.
Did you?
Yeah. Well,
why did you do it? Why? Yeah, how come?
Because the part was enormous. I mean, it was 2 hours non-stop talking, and there were very, very difficult speeches, and I had trouble kind of learning it. There was one speech in particular I never got right for the first 2 weeks. In fact, I got to the end of it one night and I said to the cast, I said, well, that didn't make sense, did it? And so I like a red wine when I come off stage. As soon as I come off, straight to the bar, massive red wine, a bucket. And I thought, you know what? I know what did it, Stoptober. I thought, oh, I know, I'll do that. I'll do Stoptober. And then it went on into November. And I accidentally discovered that it was very good for work. I found I was clearer, I had more energy, and Mind you, as soon as the run finished, I was back on the bottle. Thank you very much. Yes. Large one for Mr. Kelly.
So you didn't carry it on then? You didn't carry on not drinking?
Well, I do it every now and then. I'll do a couple of months, mainly to see if I can do it, really. You know,
yes.
I don't like the idea. And of course, during lockdown, well, you should have seen the recycling up and down the street. You couldn't hide your bottles with anybody else's bin because they were all full.
Yeah.
Oh, Matthew, will you come back and see us again soon? Because you've been a fantastic guest.
June the 28th at the Duchess.
Yes, the tickets will be at the box office for you.
Oh, there we go. I'll check with you, Sherry, before that happens.
No, absolutely, darling. Give me a ring.
Thank you, darling.
And we can't wait to see you and give you a big hug.
Oh, thank you. It's lovely to see you, even through
red wine, darling.
Thank you, darling.
And a big red wine.
And always remember, Matthew, with that ice cream, keep dribbling.
Don't. Oh, you're turning me on now. Stop it.
That's it. Bye, darling.
Bye, darling.
Bye, girls. Thank you so much.
Bye, darling. Thank you. Bye.
That set me up for the weekend.
Such a joy.
He's lovely. He is a joy.
Oh, my
He's
God.
a lovely gentleman.
Well, we've got some lovely people coming to see us in the show, haven't we?
Yeah.
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 An audience full of faces as well, which is great.
Lovely.
So get your tickets. Book your tickets now.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Book the tickets
while you can.
You can.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The amazing Wonderbirds.com. If you go onto our website, you've got a link straight to the box office.
And it will be a very big party.
Yes.
Sure.
We deserve a big party.
It's bank holiday on Monday.
Yes,
so
but we've
no
got
one's coming in, darling.
No, we have a surprise. We do. We have the best show on Monday. Because what's happening on Monday is...
Da-da! Case of the Dead Agents.
Yes. The Dead Agents. The Case of the Dead Agents. The Wonderbirds' first drama series. First episode will be screened on Monday at 4:30.
There you go.
It's a real whodunit.
It's a real whodunit. It's got 6 episodes, but you will see the first one on Monday. And we are so excited for you to see it. It took us years to film it.
It did.
Hours and hours and hours.
And hours and hours and hours. And Tony McHale has written it for us, and we have some fantastic guest stars. The first one, well, we're not going to tell you anything about it.
No,
just
don't
watch
say it.
No, just tune in.
No spoilers, please.
No spoilers. Tune in on Monday, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
Bye, girls. Bye.
Bye.